Hello, everyone, and welcome to episode 14 of the Hangar podcast. This week, we sit down with International Council of Airshows President John Cudahy to discuss all things aviation related, including the International Council of Airshows, his job as president, his tasks as president, and the International Council of Airshows ICAS convention in Las Vegas. So, we hope everybody enjoys this episode of the Hangar podcast, and we'll talk to you on the back end. We hope you all like it and enjoy. Hello, John, and welcome to Hangar Talk.
Sorry about that, Braden. I am an Instagram newbie. I
Hey,
apologize.
it's all good, sir. No worries. I apologize. I thought it was later in the day, but that was another interview of mine for the podcast. So, everybody, this is the president of the International Council of Airshows, the man, the myth, the legend, John Cudahy. How you doing today, sir?
I'm doing well. How about yourself?
I'm doing very excellent. So, let's start with you. How did you get into aviation?
I actually have a background in managing associations, and when this job came up, it sounded fun. It was a long time ago. It was 1997 that I applied for the job, and it's been a wonderful career working in the airshow business. But my expertise actually was in the association business, and I have learned to love aviation since then.
Awesome, sir. That's really great. And I just wanted to tell you and all the other people at ICAST, thank you for all the work you're doing to inspire the next generation. So that's a thank you from me to you and
Thank
everybody
you.
else.
Appreciate that. The business appreciates it too.
My pleasure, sir. I am actually taking flying lessons right now out of Chino Airport in Chino, California.
Well, that's excellent. What a wonderful airport to learn
Oh,
at too. There's a lot
you,
of history there.
yeah, you betcha. With the Planes of Fame Air Museum, Yanks Air Museum, the two great museums out there. So next question is, do you remember your first day as ICAS president? If so, what was it like?
I do. The headquarters had just moved from Michigan, where it had been for 10 years, here to the D.C. area. At the time, it was Maryland, but very close to Washington, D.C. We had no staff. I was not familiar with the organization, and our big event each year is our convention. And the group that we pulled together had 6 months to do that, and it was a challenge. We had to hire staff, learn about the convention, learn about the airshow business, but it all went pretty smoothly in the end. But it was an intimidating day, that first day.
Awesome. That's very interesting. So next question is there a thing you love about being the president of ICAS?
I do, and you kind of alluded to it right at the beginning. Our business is very inspiring. I had occasion to bring a 14-year-old boy to an air show this weekend nearby here in Virginia, and to see his eyes light up. It was his first air show. To see his eyes light up when he had a chance to talk to pilots and see everything up close, it was really amazing. And that we do that hundreds, maybe thousands of times every weekend, and that's what I find most enjoyable about my job, is how much it means to the people who attend air shows and how inspiring air shows can be. We enable that at ICAS. We help those shows happen. We help those performers fly, and that's been I've really enjoyed that over my time with ICAS.
That's awesome, sir, and I'm glad you're doing it. So are you guys in charge actually of multiple shows, or is it just one show? Are you guys in charge of any like shows like?
We're not in charge of any shows. I use the American Medical Association as an example. That association represents all doctors. The International Council of Air Shows represents all airshow people. So we have 200 members who put on air shows. We have 300 members who fly at air shows. We have several hundred members who provide services. We don't put even one air show on, but we help people who do it. We lobby, we write books, we run our convention educational programs, we run the Airback Competency Evaluation Program together with the FAA and Transport Canada. So our job is to enable the business to do what they do so well.
That's great, sir, and I'm glad you brought that up because so I've looked on the calendar and I was really bummed because I wanted to go. Do you know where Edwards Air Force Base is?
Of course, yeah.
They were supposed to have their show because it's every like other year, 2022, 2024, 2026, but they canceled it unfortunately this year, and that was listed on the calendar. So do you
Uh,
guys list cancellations for shows?
we typically do. Was that not listed as being canceled?
It when I went to the subject on the airshow stuff's calendar, and it said canceled per ICAST calendar, so I was like, I was kind of bummed. I was
Yeah,
looking forward to that show.
yeah, that's too bad. It's a great show. You're fortunate in your area to have a lot of good shows to go to, but I agree with you that Edwards and all its history is pretty special.
Yeah, you bet. It was canceled due to a test of the B-21 Raider, a buddy of mine told me.
Uh,
I don't know if it's weapon
that makes
system.
sense. I'm gonna try to. I'm being interviewed right now. Yeah. Sorry about that. Go ahead.
No, you're all good. You're all good. I
Go ahead,
have
Braden.
noisy siblings too, so yeah. So next
Go ahead,
question
Braden.
is, what's up?
Go ahead.
Uh,
Next question,
okay.
or do you have another question?
Are there specific tasks you are assigned to do?
Uh, yeah, I mean, yes and no. We have a lot of specific. We need to run an annual convention. It's a focal point of the organization. We have responsibility for running the aerobatic competency evaluation program. It's our responsibility to interact with the military on issues related to the jet teams and single ship demos. So there's a lot of specific things. My job personally is to oversee the staff operations and to be the liaison between the ICAS board of directors, which is comprised of people who run air shows and fly at air shows, and the ICAS staff, which is a group of five full-time professionals.
Okay, very interesting. I didn't know that. Wow. So, I mean, is it like a tough job? Is it difficult, or excuse me, is it like easy, tough?
Yeah, I think so. I mean, it's representing the whole industry, and there are a lot of challenges that face our business: revenue and safety, and bringing bigger crowds, and preserving the involvement of the military, and so that's a lot of responsibility, and that makes it difficult for our entire industry. I see a. Not sure if you're hearing. Did you hear all that, Braden? I got apparently we have a bad
No,
connection.
no, I heard it. It's good. Yeah, my power went out, I think on Tuesday. I was supposed to interview somebody and I stayed with my grandparents for a few nights, and then my mom and dad came to pick me up at like 10 at like 9:30 at night, and then we drove back, and yeah, so it's all good. It works now. So they canceled the interview I was supposed to have with somebody else. So
Did you get my answer?
yes, I did.
Okay, good.
Yeah. So next, so actually, is there a show that you enjoy the most? Like you enjoy the most to the people you work with?
um, is there an air show? Not any one. I enjoy a lot seeing a lot of the military. So NAS Oceana is always exciting because it's the master jet base, and there's so much happening with the jets down there. I enjoy Oshkosh, of course. It's a show unlike any other air show really in the whole world. Sun and Fun is also a good one. Miramar.
Oh
I've
yeah.
got favorites in some cases because of people. Cleveland and Dayton and Thunder over Michigan. I'm a big fan of the Warbirds, so anytime I can see a lot of Warbirds in one place, that's very exciting as well.
Yep, same here. Have you ever been to the Plains of Fame air show?
I have, yeah. It's been probably 7 or 8 years, but I was there the year they had their problems with a lawsuit. I went out. That was the first and only time I've been there. That was
Oh
probably
wow.
six. It was just before the pandemic, I think. So maybe like 17 or 18 back that time somewhere.
Yeah. I've gone every year. Well, 2017 with the exception of I was busy that weekend and bummed I couldn't go. I love that show. That was one of my favorites when they still had
Yeah,
it. And me, I don't. I'm so sorry about this. I
no
apologize.
worries. No worries.
And yeah, so they have like the air show that it's kind of a representative up in Santa Maria, the Central Coast Air Fest. And it's the problem with that show is I heard it's great, but it's just far from where I live, and the challenge of getting there is always tough. So
Yeah, one good thing about the air show business is there's always another air show pretty close. Sounds like you're passionate about that, about our business. So I hope you get a chance to go up to Santa Maria. It's a beautiful location, and they run a wonderful show.
yep, I'll definitely get there on my bucket list. And actually, I don't know if you know this, but last year at Miramar, I was interviewed by ABC 10 News because I had so much aviation knowledge, and there was a headline: 15-year-old photographer brings his love for the military to Miramar.
That's exciting. Yeah, that must have been
Yeah,
fun.
sure was. It was really nice. That was my best memory of 2023 and the air show season last year. So I'm excited to go again. I've been going to Miramar since 2009.
Wow, wow, you were a pretty young boy at that point, weren't you?
Yeah, I was 1 year old. I was born in '08. So
Uh
yeah.
huh.
And then oh wait, hold up. My computer turned off. While we wait. Okay, it's back on. So what is a typical day of work like for you guys?
Well, it depends on the time of year. In the in the January February range, we're getting things in order to prepare for the upcoming air show season. Early part of the season, it's a lot dealing with challenges and problems that come up from here to there. Whether it's weather issues or accidents or interaction with regulators, that kind of thing. About this time each year, we become very focused on organizing and planning our convention. Our convention is held in the first full week of December each year in Las Vegas. It's where the jet team schedules are announced. It's where civilian performers book air shows for the coming year, and that's all organized here. There's a lot of education sessions, awards, presentations, that sort of thing, and about 1,500 people come to that each year, and that's what we organize that. So in July, August, September, that's where we do a lot of the organizing, and then as we get closer to the convention, it's all about getting ready for that, and then this cycle starts all over again.
Okay, very interesting. I really want to go to the convention. That's on my bucket list, but it's the week I'm in school and we don't have our winter break is weird. We start like what, 2 days before Christmas Eve or something like that.
Yeah,
I thought,
yeah, that's too bad. Yeah, the convention is principally organized for people who are working in the business, but we do have some people who are air show enthusiasts who come from time to time as well.
oh, okay. So it's basically a private slash public event, basically.
Yeah, not really private, but business, I would say, is maybe a better way to think of it.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Like it's at wait, where's it at? What hotel?
This year it's going to be at the Paris Las Vegas Hotel, which is in Las Vegas.
Noise. What
Yeah.
happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. I like it. That's a great place to have it, especially with the Thunderbirds Museum out there.
Yeah, yeah. It's and all the jet teams participate in our convention, and it's a lot of business gets done.
Okay, interesting. So, I know do you get asked this a lot, but do you have a favorite airplane? A favorite airplane?
Ah, yeah, I'm a big fan of the Corsair. Um, I got my first aerobatic ride in Extra 300, so that's pretty special to me. I had uh, I've been I've flown in the back seat of an F-18, so that's pretty special to me. But that's one of the great things about air shows is you see such a wide variety of aircraft that you it, it 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 makes all the sense in the world to have lots of favorites. There's not many contemporary military fighters that I've seen at an air show that I don't love, and same with warbirds. I said Corsair because that was a favorite of mine when I was a boy. But geez, there's so many. The Mustangs and P-47s and Hellcats and just so many. And thanks to the airshow business, people, even young men like yourself, get a chance to see those kind of planes fly because these air show organizers put on these events and make it possible for us to go see them and see them on a regular basis, see them doing what they were meant to do. A museum is nice, but airplanes are meant to fly, and air shows give people an opportunity to see them fly, whether it's contemporary aircraft, civilian sport aircraft, aerobatic aircraft, or military, or vintage airplanes like Curtiss Jennies and that kind of thing. There's no place else where that kind of thing happens.
Yep, I agree with you 100%. And as Matt Jolly would say, it's up to us to keep these stories alive.
Yeah, well said.
Love that. Love that legend. I hear. This is Rob Ryder's last year. I'm bummed because I've watched him for many years.
Yeah, your whole life
Uh,
probably.
Not necessarily. I think the first time I heard him was 2016 at
Uh
the Pacific Air Show.
huh.
Well, scratch that. I've heard him before, but I don't know. Honestly, I don't know when the first time. I just
Yeah,
remember hearing him, and I think, man, what an epic air show announcer he is.
he is. And it was just announced that he's going to be inducted into the Airshow Hall of Fame in December. So that's exciting news.
Oh wow! Congratulations to you, Rob. If unfortunately, I don't know if you're watching this, but that guy. But congratulations to you, Rob. Cheers! I love you. You're amazing. So, are you guys? Oh wait, hold up. I already asked that. So hold on. So, what's the best aviation advice you've ever received?
Um, Only fly if you're able to practice on a regular basis. The best way to get yourself in trouble is to be an infrequent pilot. So if you're going to fly, give it your full attention because it doesn't need to be dangerous, but it can be dangerous if you're not practicing regularly.
Yep, I agree with that 100%. And I had Chuck Coleman on here as a guest, and he told me that be calm, be cool, don't be a show off, keep your ego in check.
Yeah, Chuck's one of our best pilots, so I think I'd listen to his advice ahead of mine.
Yes, sir. That's great. And then next question, what advice could you give to aspiring aviators like myself who want to pursue a career in aviation?
Well, it is a great time to be an aspiring aviator. The airlines, the military, almost everybody is looking for pilots. So I mean, it sounds kind of cliche, but work hard in school and learn, pay attention, study on both your academic topics, but also aviation. And I think the aviation world is going to make it increasingly easy for people like you to get in the left seat of an airplane and learn how to fly because we need dedicated, committed, passionate aviators, and it really is about the best time to be an aspiring pilot right now.
Yep, that sure is, and that's great advice, and thank you so much for that. And to everybody here listening, that's really great from John. And anybody who's an aspiring aviator, listen to that advice. Take that. So, where can viewers go to learn more about the International Council of Air Shows and yourself, sir?
Our website is pretty robust. www.airshows.aero, AERO, airshows.aero. It's got it's got probably the most thorough and accurate calendar of air shows in the United States, up to date. Most of those shows are our members, so when they have a change or an addition to their schedule, they let us know, and so it's a good place to find out. We're going to add to it more of a fan element than it has historically had. Right now, it's mostly intended for members, and it's going to, over time, we're going to build out a portion of it that is more directed towards people who attend air shows as opposed to people who work in the air show business. But yeah, the public parts of our site are still pretty robust, and I'd encourage people to go there to look for information about ICAST.
Okay, gotcha. Thank you so much for that, sir.
You bet. You bet. Thanks for asking.
Hey, my pleasure. And then somebody wanted to join and talk with you, if that's okay with you.
Sure.
Yep, I'll let him in right now. He's really cool. His name's Cullen Weaver. He's 14
Look forward to
and he owns an account. So,
What's going on, my brother from another mother?
not much. Do you want to say hi to John if you
Oh,
want?
yeah. How you doing, John?
I'm doing well, Cullen. How are you?
I'm awesome. So, I just wanted to ask you, I don't know if you're allowed to, like, say this or not, but I'm hearing rumors that the Korean jet team might be coming here next year. Is that true?
I don't know. I have heard those rumors myself, but I don't have any firsthand information.
Yeah. Like, I was hearing about all that, and then next thing you know, Braden was saying that you were, like, the president of ICAST, so I'm like, okay, maybe I'll ask, see if he knows.
Yeah,
But
I wish I could give you more definitive information. I think it's a possibility for sure.
Yeah. Good stuff. Good stuff. So, how long have you been president of ICAST?
27 years.
Awesome. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Yeah, I'm from the East Coast, so I really want to come down to the convention and check that out. But unfortunately, I cannot get a ride down there. So,
Yeah, I'm sorry you won't be able to join us.
yeah. Because like every year, once I find out the weekend that you're holding ICAST, I'm not even kidding. Right when I come home from school, I always hop on Facebook and I look at for the schedules.
Yeah, it is where they're announced first, and it's a pretty exciting time for the business. We typically do it on a Tuesday morning, and it's where a lot of the hard planning for the upcoming airshow season starts, as people figure out what kind of military support they're going to get.
Yeah. Once I found out that the Frecce Tricolori, the Italian team, once I found out that they were coming to my hometown show, oh my God, I flipped.
What is your hometown show?
Rochester, but I live in Buffalo, so.
Oh.
Yeah, unfortunately, I was gonna go see him in LA, but I couldn't do it because I got back from vacation like the night before and was gonna go see him in San Diego, but they canceled that flyover, so I lost out. But I'm glad you got to see them, Colin.
Oh yeah. Hey, and remember, I streamed the practice for you, so.
Nice. It was really cool. I didn't know like the pierced heart. Do they still do that?
Yeah, the Cudahy, like the one where they climb up in the vertical and then they break and form a heart with the solo
Oh, yeah.
climbing through the vertical. Yeah, that's one of my favorites. What'd you think of the I don't know if you know which one I'm talking about, but what did you think of the solo crazy flight when they had the gear down, they were just rocking it around?
I have not yet seen them on this trip. I've seen them before in Europe.
Oh,
I'm going to see them in a couple weeks in Virginia Beach.
Oh, are you going to go to the one in Norfolk?
Yes, exactly.
Oh, yeah. Do you know if like the Blue Angels or Rhino Demo will be down there too because it's a Navy town?
I don't know. I don't think so, though.
Oh, I didn't know because, it being like a Navy town, and I was suspecting it like to be like, mainly targeted toward like naval aviation. So, if you know what I mean.
I do. Yeah.
Yeah. This is a pretty good year for air shows, not gonna lie. Pretty good year.
Yeah, I would agree with that.
Oh,
100%.
yeah.
Having both the Italians and the British and the States with a full schedule of Blue Angels, Thunderbirds, and Snowbirds is pretty unusual.
Yeah, I still can't believe that the Frecce didn't even have a show with the Blue Angels. Like, I was really hoping that they would do a get together, but
Yeah,
the
I was kind of bummed on that too.
yeah, like I even asked the guys at Rochester. I go, "Hey, did you guys have a get together with the Blue Angels? Are you gonna have one?" And they go, "Oh no," and I'm like, "Oh, you're missing out. You're missing out."
Yeah, I was bummed about that too. So, if anybody
Yeah.
else doesn't have any questions, we're gonna wrap it up. Thank you so much, John, for coming on. I
Oh
really
yeah.
You bet.
appreciate it,
Yeah.
sir.
Thanks for having me, Braden. It's been a
Hey,
pleasure.
my pleasure. Sorry again for
No
messing this
worries. Nope.
again.
No
Mhm.
Yep.
worries.
Yeah.
Thank you, John. Hope to see you at Airshows and talk with you soon.
Yeah.
Yeah. If we're at either one of you, if you're at a show and you see me or hear that I might be there, let me know. I'd love to say hello. And
Are you going to be at Dayton next year?
I don't know next year. Probably it's a good show, and but it's next year's a long way off.
I've been going to Dayton since 22, and that's honestly been my favorite show ever
Yeah,
since.
it is an excellent.
I always make the 6 hour drive to go down there.
Wow,
Yeah,
that is a long.
because I don't know if you remember, but you remember how they were just doing it in July, and now they
Yeah.
moved it to June. It
Yep.
conflicts with my final exams,
Oh,
so
that's too
like
bad.
I had a final like right before Dayton this year, and I was like worried that if like it was in like the afternoon because we do like AM PM, like if it was in the afternoon, I wouldn't make it down in time. But thankfully, it was an AM exam, and I didn't end up getting to the hotel until like 9 o'clock at night.
Oh wow. Well, I'm glad you made the effort.
Oh yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Thank you so much, John. Hope to see you, and thanks for
You
joining.
All
bet.
righty.
Thanks. All right.
All right. See you, boys.
All right.
Bye
See you.
bye.
Bye bye. Bye,
Bye.
sir.